Welcome to Ep.2 of the Sam's Kitchen podcast. Look, before we jump into anything, I just have to take a minute to say thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who has subscribed, everybody who has liked, commented, shared, sent me, text messages. I got some phone calls. Thank you to everybody who have been so supportive of this new journey of the Sam's Kitchen podcast. Y'all, I am literally walking by faith and not by sight. So I am very appreciative of everybody who has been supportive and everyone who is showing love in this new journey of mine. So thank you. All right, so before I jump into what we're doing here, I just want to let y'all know that we are cranking up the heat. Get it? See what I did there? We're cranking up the heat. We are going to make some very easy jerk chicken wings, okay? Now, this is for the beginners. This is for people who are not quite comfortable in their kitchen. I'm going to give you just some very easy, quick tips and tricks to making a delicious meal of some jerk chicken wings, okay? All right, so let's get started. So we have some washed chicken wings. They're already washed and patted dry. Listen, do what you do in your kitchen. Don't worry about my kitchen, okay? I have already washed this. If you don't choose to wash your chicken, do what you do, okay? Washed and patted dry chicken wings, about 2 pounds. All right, we have some store-bought jerk seasoning. Now listen, this is good to have on hand if you do not know how to make your own jerk seasoning, okay? Always have a nice, large amount of jerk seasoning just tucked away in your pantry because you never know, all right? Now this has everything that you need for jerk seasoning. This has your ginger, your pimento peppers, it has your garlic, it has your sugar. It has everything that is in a traditional jerk seasoning blend. If you're wondering, Sam, what brand do you use? I can't tell you that because that brand has not cut the check yet, okay? I'm waiting for those brand deals, okay? Pray with me. But jerk seasoning blend found at your local grocery stores. I have some garlic powder, and this garlic powder can be found everywhere you find seasonings, okay? I just have this because I like an additional level of garlic, but my jerk seasoning already has garlic in it, okay? But I'm black, more garlic powder, okay? I'm going to skip over this special item here and talk about seasoning salt, okay? Now, your jerk seasoning already has salt, but I like to add a little bit more. So either you use like regular white salt, your seasoned salt, or just something that kind of gives an extra level of flavor in your chicken. And behold, I have some of my homemade Jamaican green seasoning. If you've never heard of green seasoning, it is everything you need in your refrigerator to season everything, okay? There will be a video on how to make this, but essentially, Jamaican green seasoning is just a mixed jar of herbs, garlic, onion, powder, everything that you need, all your fresh herbs, whatever you have in your fridge, honestly, and your Scotch bonnet pepper put into a food processor. And to be honest with you, it is the best thing ever. You can't really buy it in stores. It's just not the same. So just look out for a video of some homemade Jamaican green seasoning, but that is going into the jerk chicken, okay? All right, so we're going to get started. Again, freshly washed and patted dry chicken. If you're wondering about the measurements, y'all, I measure from the heart. So we're going to just dive right on in, and we're going to just season until the Lord tells you to stop. Until the Lord tells you to stop, okay? My rule of thumb is just to season enough that your meat is fully covered, okay? So we may not use all of this, but we're going to see what happens after we place everything in, after we mix everything in. Your garlic powder, okay? You're going to season this until everything is covered, okay? Might add some more after we complete this. Your seasonal. I would go light on the seasonal because, again, your jerk it already has some salt in it, okay? Now, this whole bowl of my Jamaican green seasoning, we're putting all of this in here. It has no salt, okay? This is just, again, freshly chopped herbs, garlic. It has your scallions in there, ginger. There's so much flavor in this without the salt, okay? So we're going to dump all of that in here. And then we are going to mix it up, okay? I have my gloves here. because we are going to mix this all together and let all those flavors marinate, all right? Okay, so now we have on our gloves because it gets a little spicy. So we have all of our ingredients here. All we're gonna do is take our hands and mix, mix, mix. And look, it's your house. You don't need gloves. Your hands are clean. You don't need gloves, but I don't want all that spice up on my fingernails. So I'm gonna mix it all together. And here's the thing about jerk seasoning. You can use this dry rub only, or you can use a little bit of a wet seasoning. So they have in the grocery stores your jerk wet seasonings. They have all different kinds of blends and mixes. They have spicy, they have mild. We're using a mild one, but just so you know, mild jerk seasoning still uses Scotch bonnet pepper. It still has a good flavor, a good base flavor. The spicy one in the stores is just with an extra level of heat. And so it's all up to you, what you and your family like. That's what you cook for you and your family. So we're just going to keep mixing this until, again, it's all covered up. And here's the thing about jerk seasoning and jerk meats. You can marinate this overnight and it'll be all the better. But because we're doing wings and small pieces of meat, you do not, for this recipe, have to marinate anything overnight. I would suggest for large pieces of meat, you know, your chicken breast, your thighs, legs, I would suggest trying to give it at least 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours. But for these wings that we're making today, pop it right in the oven, okay? So we're going to keep on seasoning this. And as you can see, it's giving lots of color. It's giving lots of flavor. The smell is amazing. And that's how you know you're off to a good start, okay? And if you're wondering, should I add more seasoning? If it's not fully covered up, go for it, okay? So we're going to take the rest of our jerk and we're going to sprinkle it over and we're going to keep mixing, okay? All right, we're going to keep mixing this. And just for a little story time as we are mixing and mingling our wings, I just want to let you guys know that I am half Jamaican. My father's side is Jamaican. And so I am very much aware of the history of jerk meats and jerk chicken. We had it all the time growing up for our barbecues and cookouts. And really the jerk chicken was the star of the show. My uncles would season their meat overnight and it was on and popping for every cookout, every barbecue. We would always look forward to it. While most American kids are looking for the hot dogs and the burgers, we're looking for two things. The Jamaican soup, yes, in cookouts and barbecues, we have soup. And we are looking for the jerk chicken. And so just so you know, historically, jerk meats is really stemming from the Taino people who were among the indigenous people of Jamaica. And so their method, which we now know is jerk, is really used historically to preserve meat. And so when we think about jerk seasoning and jerk meats, all of the spices, the allspice, the pepper, the garlic, the onion, all of those things were used to preserve meat for a longer amount of time. Now that we are fully seasoned, you can cover this up and marinate it overnight, or we can pop it right in the oven, and we're going to do that right now. So now that we have our seasoned and marinated chicken wings, we have a baking sheet and something that I'm going to give you a little secret about, a cookie rack. A cookie rack will help you to still have juicy, tender, delicious, yet crispy chicken wings if you don't want to have the wet type of jerks, right? So there's like a wet jerk chicken, but today we're going to do like a crispy chicken just jerk, and it kind of feels and tastes like it's been put on the grill. Okay, so we are going to use a cookie sheet and a cookie rack, which is my secret to juicy, delicious, tender jerk chicken wings. Okay, we are going to layer this one by one, and we are going to place this into a preheated oven of 400 degrees. Don't be nervous, okay? 400 sounds high, but it's going to replicate that outdoor grill feel just within your home, okay? So we are going to layer this one by one. Don't pile them on top of each other, okay? Give these chicken wings some room to breathe. Let these wings spread out, okay? Spread your wings and the butterfly. Okay, so we are going to layer these on the row. I'm from the old church where we have choir windows. So we would have people on the row in the choir, and then we'd have people stand in between those people's shoulders. So we're going to give these chicken wings a window, all right? A window to breathe. And that is what we're going to do on these chicken wings, okay? So we are going to lay these down and place these in a what? What's the temperature? 400 degrees, okay? I know we're used to 350. Listen, crank it up, okay? Crank it up. 400 degrees is where we're going to put these chicken wings so they can feel like they are nice and grilled, okay? And then at the end, our last 5 minutes, we're going to put this on the broil option. If your oven has a broil option, that's just going to take it to the next level, okay? All right, so we are going to place this into an oven of 400 degrees right now. And there we have it. We have these delicious roasted, dry rub, jerk chicken wings. Y'all, it smells so good in here. I've already tasted them. Woo! Delicious, smoky, juicy, crispy. It kind of has that grill feeling to it. Just a quick recap, we roasted these on 400 degrees for about 35 to 45 minutes. We flipped them halfway through. We let them roast to perfection, and then we did about 2 minutes on the broiler option. And that's how we got these crispy, delicious wings. So we are ready to transfer them to our serving tray. And that's it. That's it, y'all. So thank you all for tuning in to Sam's Kitchen Podcast, episode 2. We'll see you soon.